Are the Warriors about to make a bold move that could reshape their season? With injury news shaking up the trade landscape, Golden State is shifting its focus to a win-now player who can elevate their championship aspirations. As the deadline approaches, fans are left wondering who could don the blue and gold next. Stay tuned as we dive into the latest developments and what they mean for our beloved Warriors. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a like to stay updated on all things Warriors. In the latest twist for the Golden State Warriors, we're diving deep into the implications of recent injury news that could significantly alter their trade strategy as we approach the deadline. As you know, the Warriors have been on a bit of a skid lately, and with their championship aspirations on the line, they've been heavily linked to a potential all-star acquisition. Names like Jimmy Butler and Brandon Ingram have been at the forefront of these discussions, but a recent development has narrowed their focus. Brandon Ingram, who has been averaging 22.2 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 5.2 assists this season, suffered a significant ankle injury during a game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. He hobbled off the court, and reports have confirmed that he will be out indefinitely. This news casts a shadow over his potential trade value and complicates the Warriors' plans. With the New Orleans Pelicans already dealing with a slew of injuries to key players like Zion Williamson and C.J. McCollum, Ingram was seen as a prime candidate for a mid-season move. But now, with his future uncertain, the Warriors are faced with a tough decision. For Golden State, this injury news shifts their priorities drastically. They're likely to pivot towards acquiring a win-now player who can make an immediate impact rather than rolling the dice on a player like Ingram, whose health and commitment moving forward are now in question. I mean, let's face it, the Warriors need someone who can help them snap out of this funk and bolster their chances in the playoffs. The question now is, do they lean into making a push for someone like Jimmy Butler, who has the playoff experience and the grit to carry this team when it matters most? This is where it gets interesting. Butler brings not only skill but also a tenacity that can ignite the locker room. The Warriors have been looking for that spark, and with Ingram out of the picture, does Butler become the most logical target? I'm really intrigued by this possibility, but I can't help but feel a bit torn. On one hand, Butler could be the key to unlocking the Warriors' full potential, but on the other, it comes with the risk of chemistry issues and the cost of assets that could shape the future of the franchise. And let's not forget about the Pelicans. Losing Ingram is a devastating blow for them, and it could very well signal the end of their season as they scramble to regroup. They were counting on him to be a cornerstone, and without him, their chances of climbing out of the basement of the standings look bleak. This could be an opportunity for the Warriors to capitalize on a desperate team looking to offload talent in a rebuild. But I want to hear from you. Do you believe that shifting focus to a player like Butler is the best decision for the Warriors? Personally, I'm a bit divided. Yes, Butler can be a game changer, but at what cost? Are we ready to give up key pieces of our roster for a player who might not guarantee us a championship? What are you thinking? I want to hear your thoughts on this situation. Are you excited about the possibility of landing Butler, or do you think the Warriors should explore other options? It's a pivotal moment for our team, and your opinions matter. Let's get a discussion going in the comments below. As we dive deeper into the NBA season, the Golden State Warriors find themselves at a crucial juncture. After a promising 12-3 start, the recent downturn, dropping 6 of the last 7 games, raises significant questions about the team's trajectory. It's a stark reminder that in the NBA, momentum can shift in the blink of an eye, and for the Warriors, it feels like they've missed a golden opportunity to make a meaningful roster upgrade. Looking back to the offseason, the Warriors were in hot pursuit of stars like Paul George and Lauri Markkanen. Many of us believed that securing one of these players could have propelled our championship hopes. However, as we now know, the Warriors emerged empty-handed. What went wrong? It's hard to say for sure. Perhaps the Clippers were hesitant to trade PG within the Western Conference, or maybe the Warriors weren't fully committed to the Markkanen talks. Regardless of the reasons, it's evident that those missed chances might haunt us as we approach the trade deadline. With the NBA trade deadline looming, the question on every fan's mind is whether the Warriors can pivot and make a move that could change the season's narrative. Unfortunately, the reality is that the options might be limited. The organization seems hesitant to part ways with promising young talent like Podziemski, which complicates the situation further. And while there's chatter about trading Andrew Wiggins or possibly moving DeAnthony Melton's contract, the return on those moves might not be as impactful as we hope. Let's be real, the players we might be willing to trade, like Moses Moody, don't exactly scream game changer when it comes to enticing other teams. We do have some draft capital, but that alone may not be enough to land a marquee player. This raises a troubling thought. Could we be waiting until the next off-season to make our big move? Or worse, what if nothing comes together at all? It's a frustrating place to be as a fan, and I know I'm not alone in feeling that tension. Every time I think about the missed opportunities from earlier in the year, it's hard not to feel a mix of disappointment and concern. This team has so much potential, but without the right moves, we risk squandering our current window. It's a delicate balance, and as passionate fans, we all want to see our Warriors back at the top of the Western Conference, battling for that championship. So, what do you think? Was passing on those trades the right call? Personally, I'm torn. Part of me understands the desire to hold on to young talent for the future, but another part of me craves immediate success. I know many fans are feeling the same way, and it's this shared experience that makes our community so special. As we gear up for the trade deadline, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Warriors' current strategy? Do you think they should make a bold move, or is it better to stay the course and develop our young players? Your insights are invaluable, and I'm eager to see the discussions that unfold in the comments below. And remember, if you want to stay updated on all the latest Warriors news and analysis, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to activate that notification bell so you're always in the loop with what's happening in Warriorland. Your support means everything, and together, we can navigate this season as a united fan base. Let's keep the conversation going and see what the future holds for our beloved Warriors.